versus Malfurion.
I must protect the one.
Your soul shall be mine.
So I want to play Flame first. It's just stronger minion against Druid, but also strays the Aspirant better. Kind of surprised to see a Coin Wrath and then into a Hero Power. Apparently Void Terror works with Brann in some kind of unfair way where it basically just gets the double the stats from the Battlecry.
Buying or selling. Almost out of time. Get in there and fight, maggot!
Alright, so I'm going to be weak to swipe here, but Dark Iron Dwarf's even weaker to swipe. Argus doesn't really do enough because it boosts all my guys into less than 4 health, so I still think this is the best play. There's probably not a whole lot of use of Owl in this matchup other than a Shredder for the most part. Sometimes Sylvanas.
My shield for Argon.
I have no time for games.
That's awkward. Wonder why I did that. Alright, I pretty much have to just let him steal something. I'm getting so much damage though, this is low thub turn, and I have a lot of small minions. It's hard for him to casting spells here first.
I must safeguard the land.
I think we still have to trade on this power overwhelming.
By the power of Ragnaros, I have the
We can't get that 4th minion. I'll still one-off lethal from just going for it last turn. Because he can hero power. I might just be on the Doomguard draw 9-11, so I do win with the Doomguard.
Gul'dan versus Rexxar.
Let the hunt begin. Your soul shall be mine.
This is good enough. Sometimes it doesn't curve out perfectly if I play Abusive on 2, but Abusive is so good on 2 sometimes that it's as strong as a 2-drop, basically. It depends what he plays. But if he plays something like a Mad Scientist, it's super good. Now I'm probably going to be saving it for the egg, though. I'm going to be making a video on the new formats. Yeah, I will be. I'll probably talk about some today and then the rest, or I guess like as I have more thoughts, I'll post a video about it.
That device I hit the mark.
Okay. So next turn, Brann and Abusive is a good 4-drop. Otherwise, I guess Implosion. Leaving myself with a lot of options.
Do you like to play with fire?
My apologies.
Let's not trigger that twice. Could double Discover here and double Abusive. I feel like we're gonna take this. These died to a second Pyromancer and it dies to Unleash the Hounds, and we're probably gonna save this as well. Let's try to win this joust. We have 2 tries. Actually, I'm not even sure what will happen here.
My mount very rarely explodes.
I lost both. I feel like if you win 2 jousts, it'll turn into 3-4.
Almost out of time. Get in there and fight, maggot. Yeah,
I'm not going to be care about Houndmaster. For one of his Houndmasters was in the joust. Second reason is I'm not even that scared of Houndmaster with this board right now. More scared of things like Unleash the Hounds. Okay, so I want to load this board up turn 6. I feel like he doesn't have Unleash from last turn, and he's very likely wants to play high main this turn, so I want to play an extra minion here. I didn't think it was good to trade, even though it saved my Flame Imp, because right now all that is happening with it. Like, if I trade, you can just trade for the Peddler itself. Peddler's not that much stronger than Flame Imp. Looks like he has Juggler Unleash. Oh... That's actually not as bad. Looks like I have Juggler Unleash.
Put this apple on your head.
I will hunt you down. I will hunt you.
Okay. He can't go face, he has to trade for the whole board. It should still be ahead after.
Put this apple on your head.
We should be able to kill him as long as we can Gormok.
I see.
There you go.
Gul'dan versus Malfurion.
I must protect the one.
Your soul shall be mine.
Oh, Duplicate is out, huh? Duplicate is like my favorite card in Hearthstone, actually. Unfortunately, like, it never really took off during the times it was in, I guess, what we call standard now. This is a really good hand. What I want are just these power minions against Druid to swarm them. Cards like Abusive, even though they look good at trading up, the problem is you're already so weak to swipe and they're all 2/1s.
Buying or selling.
We actually might get to see how this works, Brann into Void Terror. I know how it works, at least how people told me it works, but I've never actually seen it.
Nox Rise is ours.
Who knows what secrets will be? Is this really necessary? Is this really necessary?
So, yeah, I don't want this guy to be in big game hunter range. I don't want Implosion last turn and go face, because then I'd be too weak to swipe. He already used the swipe.
Where shall I start?
I think this is still better, though. Okay, so I'm very likely not going to be trading... Well, wait. Now that survives, still doesn't look that good. Puts him to big game hunter range. I need to dodge the second swipe. Most of my plays will weak to swipe, though. It's already... Like, this guy's already, like, 4 health exactly. It's hard for me to play an Argus move that buffs it to 7. My opening was just too strong.
Gul'dan versus Uther.
I will fight with honor. Your soul shall be mine.
I actually kind of want Giants to be looked at. Like Mountain and Molten Giant. I find like Handlock's been, you know, kind of like on top of the metagame for a long time now. Might be time to go. Gonna go ahead and keep Implosion because I have coin. It's pretty good against Paladin. And plus, like, when Handlock is strong, it's kind of impressive. Now, like, Classic Handlock isn't very strong anymore, but that's just because the power levels have just gotten so high at this point.
Shields off. Red alert.
So my play is changing now, it's dynamic, basically. I was going to trade this in for the Divine Shield and play Peddler, but now that I top decked Abusive, I'm not going to do it anymore. Even if he takes this trade, I can, like, I don't want this mini-bot to be dead, so because I want to Abusive it next turn. Let's see, we don't have another Egg Activator, let's go ahead and play Peddler.
Buying or selling. Get in there and fight, maggot!
Good thing we're just slightly safe against Consecrate. Like, safe as in quotations.
Shields up. Red alert.
We can't really be safe against Consecrate this turn. Even if I have a trade in here, it's basically the same. It's even worse against Consecrate.
Reporting for duty.
A lot of this game is going to be whether he has Mysterious Challenger or not. He still has a lot of life to work with. This is very good here, Voidwalker. Also, we want to start dumping our hand. And we want to be as strong as possible before Mysterious Challenger. It does seem like we're probably going to play an Implosion here. We don't have another Egg Activator as well.
Why do you call?
Okay, so let's see how much difference it is against Consecrate. If I trade, he attacks here. It's the same thing. It's not the same thing, but it's not such a big difference. I know he didn't have Consecrate one turn ago. I would do it if it saves my Nerubian though from Consecrate, which it still doesn't. So.
None of your business.
Aurora SC2, thanks for resubbing. Welcome back to the StrifeCro. Pre-recorded. 5. Okay, I know what that is then. Probably gonna tap because I don't want to play one of these into his secret. I'm gonna leave this up and race, especially with Doomguard. So let's play the egg first, I guess. And yeah, we definitely start wanting to race because Secret Paladin outvalues people turns 6 to 8. So if we start trading everything, then we can just die to Dr. Boom next turn as well. Like we won't be able to beat that. We need to start racing. Dr. Boom doesn't have taunt either. Nice, no Belcher. Ooh, he's holding a card, might be Tyrion. Want to really try to kill him this turn. I guess they're not going to be able to.
Why do you call?
We almost don't want to proc Avenge, but that's a huge breakpoint, this guy here. I'm going to try to get lucky. Okay, that's good for me. I actually do want to split up the creepers. And now I'm probably going to trade just because... This is 3 power, right? This plus this plus this, so he can use the Mysterious to trade for my Lotheb. That's a problem.
Almost out of time.
I'll never tell.
Reporting for duty.
We need to win this turn, huh? That's the only way we're gonna win this game.
You win this time.
Versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine. I am your nightmare.
This is an interesting hand and matchup. I actually feel like I shouldn't keep both Imp-Gangs because I feel like they have diminishing returns. Like, on one hand, against other Warlocks, like, even hand locks are mostly like kind of Reno Zoo-ish locks in a way, no longer just playing tap giant. So I'm just gonna keep one Imp-Gang in Implosion. It feels kind of slow. But these are really good cards because they deal with Dark Peddler really well. But I feel like 2 is a very high diminishing returns. I mean, even with the coin, I don't like coining out 2 Imp-Gangs. I would just keep 1 Imp-Gang actually and try to go for some more early game. Against Handlock, you really want a high damage opening early. Even an Egg is not your ideal 2-drop. You basically want to hit like Voidwalker Flame Imp turn 1, and then like Peddler and Juggler, these kind of minions turn 2. Nice, he missed his 4-drop. So yeah, we're going to want to split up our Death Rattle. This board is actually hard from the AoE. Let's see, think of us positioning.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
So I do like breaking up the Egg just to get more power because my board's already pretty strong against AoE.
Mental dislocator.
Ooh, that hurt. Might have been my best minion. Especially with this Peddler in my hand. We definitely have some lethal opportunities this turn, especially with Lothab blocking him out. On board, we have lethal through power overwhelming now because it's going to trade, I'm assuming. Okay, we could still win here. 8, 10, 14. So we need to get 2 damage from this Peddler.
Buying or selling.
We're trying to play around Hellfire and Shadow Flame a little bit.
Why do you call? Get in there and fight, maggot!
I feel like we want to get 2 minions out in the field here because of power overwhelming. Alright, this is starting to look bad. If we just went all face with Dark Iron power overwhelming, our Implosion would be pretty useless. So I guess we play Implosion first. Last turn was probably the last turn we're ever going to make any trades. Actually, we didn't really trade last turn, we just Implosioned this guy, but... Starting from here, I feel it's a face race for me.
Shields up.
Ooh. Okay, so can we kill him? I guess probably not. Let's see, Doomguard trades into that. This trades into this, 4 damage, 7. We need 7 to kill him. Okay. I mean, if we had mana to play everything, we technically could.
out of time.
My shield for Argon.
So if he clears us here, we still have options to try to go for Doomguard power roaming. We could just try to like tap first, get more cards, and try not to discard the power roaming. Otherwise, our board is still here. This is like, say, if he plays Twisting Nether or something.
Possibilities.
Just, yeah, probably lose the Reno if he plays the Reno this turn.
I have
Or
no
Molten
time for
Giants.
games.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Dare summon me.
Take out some cards for another Sea Giant, maybe? I'm just not sure. Like, Void Tear gave me a huge thing last game. I could also run the Sea Giant list with, like, Echoing Ooze.
Gul'dan versus Garrosh.
Victory or death! Your soul shall be mine!
What is that card back? So this is actually kind of a high damage opening abusive. I'm going to keep it. Before Deathbite, it can contribute a lot of damage. It also keeps me like in the game against Acolyte of Pain.
Armor made to fit.
Guess it's a bug.
Why do you go?
There's some chance Double Juggler is okay here. Actually, since I need something on board for next turn, Double Juggler is 100% here. Because nothing else sticks. And if the Juggler sticks, I can abuse something, and I can also Implosion something. Looks like he has another Whirlwind effect. Looks kind of weird. We need to build up. I'm not super opposed to Doomguard, but this board is still pretty strong compared to Doomguard. I kind of need to keep Implosion. Okay, I'm going to have to Implosion this for sure and kind of try to get lucky here, because can't really trade into this board. Let's see what happens.
Done.
I can't even afford to give him a Creeper that much. Creeper's still pretty good for him, so...
Armor made to fit.
I'm gonna see if we can drop the Sea Giant before playing the Doomguard. That would be really helpful if we can. I almost don't like it that much because of Big Game Hunter.
That belongs in a museum.
But it does feel like if I just played Egg and Doomguard to discard my Sea Giant, it, like, I wouldn't have enough steam in the long run.
Dare summon me? A paltry task.
I'm gonna have to take this trade because I can't even kill the armor smith, so you can trade in the armor smith and then execute my guy. I'm gonna run out of steam. I guess I should keep the board as heavy as possible for my last sea giant.
Shall not pass. Sustenance.
What secrets will uncover?
Why do you fall?
Alright, this game is pretty over, I think.
Let the pain speak to me. Let the pain speak to me.
This will refill his hand, and actually my deck doesn't have that much late game.